with all your heart and with all your mind and with all your soul. Love God your Father and love your neighbor as yourself. And in today's Gospel, as we read the fifth Sunday after the resurrection, the Gospel is this, that during the Last Supper, Jesus gave bread to Judas. And while Judas was going out, Jesus said that this is the time for glorification for Son of God. At the same time, glorification for the God the Father. And why? Why this glorification? So whatever Jesus has said in his life, he is practicing. Jesus is practicing to love with all his mind, with all his heart, with all his soul, God the Father who sent him. And here, Judas is betraying him. And as a neighbor, he forgives him, he loves him. And that is the great commandment. That is the great commandment for us. Whatever the teaching of Jesus himself, Jesus himself had practiced. And that's why Jesus is our master, Jesus is our guru. On fifth Sunday, the gospel is this. Jesus is having Last Supper, and while having the Last Supper, he took piece of bread and gave to Judas. And when Judas was about to leave, Jesus Christ is saying, this is the time for glorification for the Son of God, glorification to God the Father. And why is this glorification? Because the time has come to reveal himself, the everlasting love on the cross. And that's why Jesus is instructing, love one another as I have loved you. And Jesus very nicely, whatever he taught us in his life, he is practicing. My dear friends, in Jesus Christ, it is time for us to practice that with all our hearts, with all our mind, with all our soul, to love God the Father who has created us, and love your neighbor as yourself. Because Jesus is telling, when Judas betrayed him, Jesus was calm, quiet, accepted. That means forgiveness. And that's why finally Jesus is telling, among yourself, love one another, so that people know that you all are my disciple. So as I have loved you, love one another, so that people will know that you are my disciple. And this is the great commandment Jesus gave us, so that we can follow him. And Jesus is our model, Jesus is our master, Jesus is our guru.